Alrighty, hopefully we are live here. We'll hang out here a little bit and give folks time to join us a little bit early. I should have had some music playing until I got started. Didn't think about that. We'll do that next time. Hello, hello. Good evening, good evening. Welcome, welcome. We're going to get started in just a little bit here. Hi, Miss Summer. Thank you. Let me see if I might need to adjust the volume a little bit. Ooh, that should be good and loud. Good evening, good evening. We'll be getting started in about 5 minutes or so. I wanted to come on early to make sure we were all set. And it looks like we are live and ready to rock and roll. I'm gonna hop over and post in the pros group, let them know we're live. Let me get back over here. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good evening, everyone. We're going to get started in about 3 minutes. Just trying to send a quick message to remind everybody. So if you don't see me for a second, I'm here. Hang on. All right, I'm going to close Facebook. I'll probably still keep getting pop-ups. Good evening, good evening, good evening. We're going to get started here in just a couple minutes. Give everybody else a chance to join us. Hope everyone has had a great day so far. I'm mad I didn't get to go out and have the $2 margaritas. They said we couldn't go, which is a good thing, I guess, to make sure I was at home on time. But anyway, I've got about 2 minutes till, so we'll give everybody a couple more minutes and then we'll get started. Thank you for those that are here on time. Hopefully we'll have some good information for you this evening. Yeah, I think we should still start having some music playing while we're waiting. I'm not going to sing today. Hi, Jan. I don't know if the chat box is working or not. I can't see it, so if you guys are typing in it, I won't be able to see it. So if you have a question, just message me. It'll pop up down here on the bottom of the screen. Hopefully there won't be too many questions and we can just move along and not take up too much of you guys' time. We're going to wait about another minute and we're going to get started. We'll start right at 8 o'clock, according to the time on my computer here. So hello, hello to those that have just joined in. Happy Wednesday, happy Margarita Day. Hope someone had one for me. Oh, 8 o'clock. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you all for joining me this evening. We're going to talk about what to do 30 days out from your group cruise traveling, and we'll have a couple other things to add on there. I'm going to go ahead and hi Jerome. Go ahead and share my screen here so we can get started, and welcome everyone. If someone can just message me, Faraday, if you can let me know if you can see my screen. I haven't went to the page I'm going to yet. I have this, should have that crazy looking screen up. Summer, can you just text me and let me know if you guys can see my screen right quick? Okay, awesome, thank you. Alrighty, well, let's get started. All right, so I've got a list here of some things we're going to go over, and I'm going to be flipping back and forth to different screens so I can show you where to find some of the things that I'm going to go over. So you got your group all booked. This is mainly pertaining to Carnival, of course, because that's what I know the most about as far as cruise lines. I'm sure most of this will apply to about any of them. So 30 days out or thereabout, once you start putting your packet together with all your information in it for your clients, the first thing, well, not necessarily, and they don't have to be done in this order. I just had to make me a list so I didn't forget anything I wanted to go over. So you want to make sure, thanks, Farah, if you've got clients that are flying in the day before or driving down the day before, that you've got their hotel secured, that all of that is taken care of. You've got the confirmations in their packet, or you've emailed to the client if they arrange them on their own. Just kind of ask them to send you a copy of it, just so you know for sure that everything is good. And the same with the post hotels. You want to make sure the pre and the post, before the cruise, after the cruise, is all set. Then you want to make sure any transfers that are going to be needed. If they're flying in for their cruise, if they're staying at a hotel, leaving their car parked at the hotel, you want to make sure the transportation has been set. You don't want to leave them stranded at the airport or at the hotel. There are several options that you can use. A lot of the hotels, if they're staying at a hotel, you can get the option of leaving your car there, and they give you a ride to the cruise ship. If they're flying in, more than likely you've arranged transportation for them from the airport to the cruise ship. I would highly recommend you suggest to your clients that they fly in the day before, especially with all the things that we've seen going on with the airlines in the last few months with crashes on systems and all that good stuff. So if at all possible, make those arrangements a day before. So, but if they're coming in that same day, make sure you've got transportation from the airport to the ship. And if they're staying at a hotel, same deal. Now, parking. Of course, every cruise port has parking. Parking is expensive, so try and find your clients off-site parking. Usually, if you find an off-site location, almost every single area has one except for Charleston. I haven't really found a good one in Charleston for off-site parking. But one of the sites that I use, I'm gonna show you guys, is Parkway Parking. And this one, they have airport parking, seaport parking, and usually just they're all over. So any location pretty much that you need. And they, once you register with them, they will send you when they're running a special, which they run one about every other week or so. And it's usually about $5 to $7 a day, which I think is really reasonable considering that the ports, they're anywhere from 15 a day up to 20 or so. So try to arrange off-site parking. This is one of the sites. This is the primary site that I go to. There are others out there. Just Google them if where your client is going or the port that they're leaving from, and they don't have a location here at Parkway Parking, but pretty much they have about everywhere you need to go. All right, so that was parking. Now let's talk about gifts. If you, as an agent, are doing something special for your clients, you want to, it's their birthday, anniversary, you want to send them something extra, have it in their room for booking with you. Or if you've got a group and somebody in the group says, hey, I want to send my wife, girlfriend, mother, dad, father, whoever, something special in their room, you want to make sure that has been arranged. And I'll just show you real quickly. Let me go back to my other screen, how you can do that easily. So I've got my group open here that I'm working on that's going to be selling next month. So I'm going to use them primarily for all my examples tonight. So I open them up and I'll go down here to fun shops. In the fun shop, you've got your beverages and all the other things here, gift ideas. So you can, if you want to send them flowers or souvenirs. So we'll just click on all gift ideas just so you can see. And I know a lot of you have already done this, so sorry if it's repetitive. But for those new, they may not know where to find this. So you've got a whole bunch of things here. You can send flowers. A group I did last year, the birthday girl, I had this sent to her in her room. So let's just say we're gonna send this to somebody in my group that's going now. I'm not adding anything to it, so I want to go to checkout. And I was playing with this earlier and I had put that in there, so we'll take that out. All right, so we want to send this particular client this Diva bag. Of course, I picked the Diva bag. Didn't even think about it when I first clicked on it. All right, so I would put my information in here, and the only way I'm going to be able to get to the next screen so you can see it is just slap some information in here. So all right, so the gift is coming from me. I'm the buyer. And then I want to put one of my clients' information in here. I'm not going to put one in. I just wanted you to see what it looks like. So I would fill out someone that's, I have traveling. I would put either their booking number, or the sale date. And then down here where it says gift options or gift message, if I had filled out the upper part, if I was doing both people in the room, it would have once I fill this in, other information would have popped up. But we're going to say that what I'm sending, she's the only person in that room. So this all guest option is fine. Is this item a surprise? If it's a surprise, then of course you say yes. If it's not, they know it's coming, whatever you want to say. So we're going to say yes. And I'm going to add a message. It's just because she booked with me. So if you click on that, it gives you a list of options that you can choose from. Or if it was something for romance or a special occasion. So let's just say, just because you're awesome. And I pick that, it would automatically populate my message here, and they would get the gift card. I want it delivered to their cabin. Now, if I had filled out this information, it would have automatically populated some dates for the actual cruise time, because it would have went specifically for the client that I'm sending it to cruise. So right now this is not available because I didn't fill out that other part. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I wanted to show you how to get to this part if you wanted to send a gift, or if one of your clients requests something for their client, for their somebody traveling with them, you would know how to get to it and find it. So basically you would just finish all of this information, go to the next screen, which would take you to your payment options. Then you would review your order, make sure everything is right, what you've ordered, the person you want it to go to, the date you want it delivered, the message you want it to say, all of that good stuff, and then complete your order. And boom, that would be it. They are all set. So that is how you go in to set a gift that you want sent to your client's room. Let's go back to my list. Alrighty, so where are we here? We've made our special deliveries. Okay, make sure you have arranged any shore excursions. I know I've done trainings in the past on booking the shore excursions, so I'm not really going to go into that at this moment. But if you've already done it, great, you've got everything done. Make sure in your packet you've given the client either email. Even if I email them their confirmation, I still print a copy and add it into their packet of stuff that I give them. So you want to make sure you've arranged that. I am going to go to the excursion screen for just a moment, because there's something that I haven't mentioned in past trainings that I want you guys to be able to take a look at. So let's go back. Here's my little cheat list. Let me pick a different one. And you would use the same option if you had not booked their excursions. Get your clients booking pulled up, and you click plan activities. And we're going to click on the excursions option. And the reason I wanted to come here was to show you this first thing here, the faster to the fun. As I said, I haven't talked about this in past past trainings, but Carnival offers something, and you usually might want to tell clients this up front during the booking, or at least make them aware of it. But if by chance you forget and you start to go into the excursion screen and you'll see this, you're like, what is faster to fun? You've got some clients that don't want to stand outside in that long line. They're not platinum like me, so they can't just scurry on through, so they have to stand in line. They have the option to purchase this called Faster to the Fun. And of course, it's the $59.95 is for the cabin, not per person. So if you got 1, 5, however many people in that cabin, this one purchase will cover everybody in that cabin. And their documents will look a little different. It'll have the symbol. They'll put that on their bags, so their bags will go in, and their boarding pass will have priority on it, and they won't have to stand in that line. So if you haven't in the beginning, when you first set up the group, and you check here, because they sell out fast. I'm really surprised that this one is still available for this March cruise. This is really shocking to me. But make sure you offer that to them, because you do have, especially if you've got older people in your group that can't stand out in the line that long, or it's really hot, or might be a rainy day, and hopefully, they've purchased this and they don't have to stand in that line. So that's the only thing I'm going to say about shore excursions for tonight. I will do, when I start the next class, a new version of shore excursions. So if you missed it in the last one and you can't find my training from that, stay tuned. It'll come around again. All right. Hope I'm not going too fast. And we are. All right. Now let's talk about the drink package. I'm sure when you're making your bookings, with all these different specials, I know a lot of the cruise lines are offering drink packages into their options and everything as a free upgrade. Carnival at this time does not. So hopefully in the beginning you mentioned it about the drink package to your customers. If you have not, it's still time. You can actually book in advance, and I'm going to show you another screen, up to 10 p.m. the night before they travel. So they have up until 10 p.m. the night before they travel to purchase the drink package in advance. So what I did for my clients for this particular group was I went into Carnival's information for the drink package, and I kind of copied and pasted the information that would be pertinent to them into a little, it's 3 pages, but this will be stapled together and inserted in their packet as well. And it kind of tells them the do's and don'ts and what all is covered, and answer any questions. So you don't spend a whole lot of time going over and over and over. You can hand them this, email it to them, however you want to deliver it to them, and it pretty much answers all the questions. If anyone would like a copy of the way I have it here, call, text, or email me. All my information is there, and I can get you this one. I'm going to show you where to find it in the Carnival site as well. You can go in and create your own. You know, you can add little wine glasses or beer or whatever on here and make your own little, you know, dress it up like however you want. I'm a simple girl, so mine just has the basic information. But on here it tells them the cost of $49.95 per person per day. It tells the cutoff time if they purchase this in advance, but you want to encourage them to do that, because if they wait till they get on board to purchase, as you see, it's $54.95 per person per day. And this has to be purchased by every adult in the cabin. So you want to make sure that you're telling them that as well. So there are the two price options. You want to encourage them to purchase in advance. And I just made this little cheat sheet just so it would be easy for me to just print it out, staple it, and put it in their packet. So let's go back to the Carnival website and I'll show you where to find this. All right, so my wonderful little resources on your GoCCL main page. Go down to the Knowledge Center. And here you will find Cheers Package. And you just click on it there, and everything pretty much that you just saw on that little pamphlet I created, or flyer, whatever you want to call it, is here. I just copy and paste and took out a few things so they wouldn't be confused. So you can read it. Like I said, you can create your own copy paste, or you can refer your client to the regular Carnival site, and there's information on the drink package there as well. I try to do everything I can for them, so I have this already incorporated for them. So there, that is where you find it on the home page. Go back. Just go down to the Knowledge Center, and it's one of those popular questions, so it's right there. All right, so let's go back to my little cheat sheet. Okay, I'm gonna skip the online check-in on my list and drop down to the gratuities for just a moment. Make sure you're telling your clients that gratuities are charged. They're $12.95 per day per person. And they usually don't appear on their sign and sell card, which is the card they use for all their onboard expenses, to like the next to the last day. They do have the option to pay them in advance. They can, when you create the booking, you can, there's a little box I'm going to show you where you can check that, and it'll be added into their payments. Or if they say, I don't want to pay it right now, but they decide later, yeah, let me go ahead and just pay it. You can do that up to 5 days before the cruise. So let's say you want to tell them what this $12.95 comes out to for the whole time of their cruise without you having to calculate it. You just want to look like you're really smart and you want to cheat. Look, now if I can remember. Oh, it's in the resources under knowledge as well. Ta-da! Service gratuity tips. So you will click there. And of course, it has the breakdown telling you the $12.95. But right here, it says to see total recommended gratuities for your cruise, click here. Oh, there we go. And you can print this out and have it at your desk handy, or you can just do like I just did and pull it up. And this has the number of days, the cost per person per day for a, I'm sorry, this is the total for the number of days for a standard room, and this is the total for a suite. So if they're going for 4 days, they're in a regular room, $51.80 per person. Pretty simple. You don't have to calculate. You just click and find this little cheat sheet. So there you have that. All right, now let's go back to making sure all your guests are checked in. I kind of talked about this a little bit when I was showing you what in my last training of what to go in the package, but we're going to look at it a little closer since we're at the final stage now. We want to make sure we've got everything done for our group. So I know you guys have seen it from here where this is my cheat one I had pulled up so I can click to it easily. But let me show you how to get to your group's documents to know that everything and everybody is completed everything. So if you're on the home screen, you would just come down to guest document status, and you would put in your group booking number, which I've been working on this one all day, so it's already populated there for me. And then you would get the same page that I've been flipping back and forth from, showing you different things. So here you can see I've got a few that have not completed their information as of yet. So I've already reached out to them today. This lady, for whatever reason, did hers. She wanted to do her own, so no problem. I let her, but she didn't do her husband's. So I contacted her. She said, "Oh, I'm doing it in a minute," and that was whenever. So I will reach back out to her tomorrow, and they're going to be making some changes here. So that's why theirs isn't completed. But this will tell you, hey, I need to contact that person. Maybe you're doing it for them and you're waiting on them to give you, whether they're going to switch credit cards or do a cash account, whatever the information that you're waiting on. So let's click on this guy, just so you can have an idea if you're putting in the information, what you would need to do. So, and I'm going to show you one that's completed on this screen and one that's not. So this one needs some things done. So here on your to-do list, the first thing there is the online check-in. So that's where you want to go and pick your person or persons. If you're doing both of them, then you can just do all guests, or if you have the option, you can click on their name over here. You can click here and do everybody. You can click here and pick one person's name and get started. And basically, you're just going to follow these steps and fill in all the information. Carnival now requires, especially for groups, that you put in time to board the ship. Of course, you want to make the same time for the whole group. So they start at 11. Last boarding time is they have to be on the ship by 3 p.m. So talk with your group leader to select the time for the group, and make sure you select it in each person's, or if they do their own check-in, just go in and make sure that they match what everybody else in the group has. So that is how you go in and do the person's online check-in. I'm not going to go through every screen, but you would have to put in their general information, name, date of birth, emergency contact, all of that stuff is on the first screen. I'll just click on it so you can see it. You need to fill all of that in. Their citizenship, if they're using, if they're U.S. citizens, if they're going to use a passport card, their birth certificate. You would just select that information. Then the next screen that you have is how they're getting to the cruise. Are they flying in? Are they flying out? Are they driving? Are they coming by a bus, by a taxi? Whatever information, that's what would go there. And then we just went to this screen that shows where you pick their slot for the time they're going to board. You set up their onboard account, either a cash account, or a credit card account, and you can do each person separate. And when you actually put in the information, it will ask you, do you want to include other guests on this account? If they're doing one card for both people, yes. If not, no. And then you put the other person's information in. And then, of course, the contract, which you're going to print out to give to them with their packet. It's a long contract. So you just kind of scan down, pick a person's name, check it, accept it, and boom. So hopefully that was kind of fast, but in a nutshell, how you make sure everything is done for the check-in. Most of my clients, I've only had 2 in the almost 5 years I've been doing this, that said, no, I'll do my own check-in. One for this group I'm doing right now, which is the lady that did hers and didn't do her husband, and one from the last one. So other than that, everybody else gives me all the information. I make sure everything is in, boom, put their little package, and we're all happy and ready to go. All right, so let's move on along. And let's see where we're at. So we make sure they've got their pre and post hotels. We make sure they got their transfers, their parking, if you're putting gifts in the room, their faster to the fun and their short excursions done, their drink package information. If they wanted to book it in advance, you're taking care of that for them. We just went through the guest check-in to make sure everything is in order there. We've got talked about the gratuities and showed you how to find a little cheat sheet for that. Oh, I did not show you how to add them to the booking. Let's do that right quick. All right. I don't want to be in that screen. So you go to your group booking. I guess I really could have showed that in that screen. And let's go to our guest list. And let's just pick one of the cabins. Doesn't really matter which one. And they haven't picked it in advance, so we're going to modify the booking. And this will be the same when you first enter everything. So same option. If you do it when you first create the booking, you'll see down here gratuities. Would you like to add the gratuities? If we said yes, that will be an add of $64.75 for every person in the cabin. So one person can't prepay their gratuities and another person not. Everybody in the cabin has to prepay, or nobody prepays. And like I said, you can go back and add this up to 5 days before selling. So that's where you would find it in the initial booking process, or if you wanted to modify the booking. So we're not adding it. We're just going to save this booking because we're not making any changes to it. But I wanted to show you where you could go in and do that if you wanted to use that option. My little screen is circling, thinking about whether it wants to close this booking. Thank you. All right. So we have pretty much got our client all set to travel. We've done pretty much everything. I don't think I've forgotten anything. If so, Tammy will let me know later. But there you go in a nutshell. So the last three things I have here. So a couple days before your client travels, you just want to give them a quick call, shoot them an email, text, or whatever, just to make sure, because you've given them this packet and all their information, hopefully about 20 to 30 days prior to them leaving. So they have everything. So you're just going to do a little quick follow-up a couple of days before they travel, just to make sure they haven't misplaced their package, that has their boarding pass, make sure their driver's license, photo ID, whatever they're using with their picture on it has not expired, that they've found their birth certificate if that's what they're using, or they have their passport. So you just want to confirm with them, hey, you've got all your travel documents, you got your passport, got your photo ID, you got your birth certificate or your passport, blah, blah, blah. So you want to do that like a couple of days before they go. So you've got them all set. They're off to have an amazing time on the cruise ship. So while they're gone, what are you going to do before they return? You're either going to email. My personal favorite is a handwritten note. People don't do that anymore. So I have some little blank cards that have my little logo on the front and the inside is blank. And I just write a little personal, thanks again for booking with me. Welcome back home. Hope you had a wonderful time, blah, blah, blah. Whatever you want to say, drop that in the mail. So when they get home and they collect all their mail that has built up for a week or however long, they will have a nice little welcome home card from you. Just a little tip. Don't have to do it, but it's kind of nice, I think. I like getting little surprises in the mail, so I'm sure they would too. Then after they've been home a few days, I wouldn't wait any more than a week. If there was something wrong, trust and believe, you're going to hear from them either while they're on the ship or as soon as they get back to service. So if you haven't heard from your client in about a week, I would just give them again. First, I would reach out to the group leader if there was someone that set the group up. Just to say, hey, did everything go okay? If you've set up any onboard meetings for them, or anything? Was the room ready? You know, did you have any problems with whatever activities you set for the group? The group leader, just follow up with the group leader. And then you want to reach out to each individual guest that was in that group, thanking them again. Hope they had a wonderful time. Do they mind sharing? Ask them for pictures and a testimonial. Do you mind giving me, sending me some of your pictures and a testimonial that I can use on my business page or my Facebook chat page, or even before they go, ask them to tag you if they post any pictures while they're gone. Hey, my travel agent, the Travel Diva, booked this awesome excursion at blah, 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 and we're having a good time, or we're on the ship and we're doing blah, blah, blah. So don't forget to ask for those pictures and testimonials, and make sure you sent them some type of thank you. If you don't do mail, send an email or send a text. But I think it's much nicer if you take that time, those extra few minutes, handwrite a little note, stick a stamp on it, and mail it out. So you guys, I did it all in 30 minutes. Woo woo! That's all I have. Let me see if I can get back to me. Stop sharing the screen. Hi! Well, ooh, what I got on my forehead? Anyway, I hope that was informative for you guys. I hope you learned something and it was some good value for you. I appreciate you taking the time to spend with me this evening. We're going to be putting together our new apprenticeship program that'll be coming sometime the 1st of March, I do believe is what we're shooting for. So this will close out the series of the apprenticeship group that we have had this time around, and we will get started from the beginning with those that missed the first few sessions that we did, or just want to take the course again because you love me. Whatever the case may be, we will be here. If we're not here next week sharing whatever, who knows, we might just talk about my cruises and how to become a platinum. But anyway, we'll have something great to share with you guys. Anything that I shared tonight, for you other agents that you would like, just shoot me a message and I'll be happy to send you whatever you need that I have. For those that are viewing that are not agents and you're looking for a host agency home, Travolution is the place to be. We are a family of love and support, and we have awesome leaders in Dave and Faraday, and our super power couple, Eno and Jerome, are awesome. Our director of travel, Tammy, is absolutely amazing. And of course, you've got the Travel Diva. So come on back and stay tuned. Please subscribe to my channel here. Like, comment, share any suggestions that you might have. And I think my contact information here, but Travel Diva65 at yahoo.com. Or you can reach me by phone, 704-449-5698. Have a great night.